all the princes that were with him. So this is interesting in the sense that, okay, so Haman is, as you know, basically the antagonist of the story. He's like the enemy of the Jews in the story. And it kind of doesn't really give much of a background for Haman, but it does say, okay, Haman is the son of Hammedatha the Agagite. If you guys want to turn with me, whoever has their Bible, to 1 Samuel 15, I have something really cool that I found. 1 Samuel 15 and verse just 1, I think. So Haman the Agagite was a direct descendant of Agag, which was king of the Amalekites. So in chapter 15 it says, Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to appoint thee to be king over Israel. Now therefore hearken now unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but not slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. And Saul gathered the people together, and numbered them in Telaim, 200,000 footmen, 200,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to a city of Amalek, and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go depart you, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For you shewed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up from Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites, and Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah unto thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took, so this is verse 8, it says, And he took Agag the king of the Amalekites alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag, and the best of the sheep, and the oxen, and of the fatlings, and of the lamb, and all that was good, but would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refused they utterly destroyed. Then came the word of the Lord, saying unto Samuel, It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he turned back from following me, and hath not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night. So when I was reading in Samuel, I had never heard, I was talking to my mom about this, I had never heard, that the Lord repented of something. And in Old Testament, obviously repented meant something different than it means now. But God saw what was going to happen, because the bloodline of the Amalekites would eventually become Haman, because Haman was a direct descendant, which the Amalekites was actually a direct descendant of Esau. If you guys remember the story of Esau, Jacob and Esau, God loved Jacob and he hated Esau because of what happened in the Old Testament. And it's really cool because Amalek actually stands for it's kind of like a type of the flesh man. And what God wanted him to do was they wanted to kill the flesh man. That's what kind of the new birth is about. Like, he wants you to completely kill the flesh man. He wants you to completely kill everything in your natural man. And like you guys know that we were talking about, like the flesh man in Germany, like he wants you to kill everything and just like set it aside. Even if like you do what Saul did here and do everything except for one little thing, maybe kill everything or put aside everything but one little thing. That one little thing sparks up a seed which eventually becomes somebody like Haman, who was second in line to the throne, who eventually became enemy of the Jews. And it's just like, it's so cool because like the Lord saw that, but we didn't. Like if you read Samuel, you wouldn't see that right then. You'd have to go and to read Esther, and you'd have to be like, wow, this is where that lineage comes from. And God saw that, but we obviously weren't able to see that. Let's see. Let's go to let's go back to Esther. Let's go to verse 5 of chapter 3. And it says, and when Haman saw, let's go to verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, and by the way, like I know that's like a lot to take in, so if you guys want to like stop me, that's completely fine if you have any question. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, Why transgressest thou the king's commandment? Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and when he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matter would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then Haman was full of wrath. and he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone. So like Haman had a real pride thing.